Welcome to Cold Brew Finance's end-of-day world currencies, global stock markets and commodities wrap-up for Monday, April 14th, 2025. Kicking things off, I'm Victoria Cashmore. The US dollar showed broad weakness against major currencies. The greenback fell notably against the pound, down 0.64%, marking its sixth consecutive daily decline. Similar weakness was seen against the yen and Swiss franc, with strong downward trends across these pairs. The downward pressure on the dollar is evident in the returns data. Against the Swiss franc, the month-to-date decline stands at 7.8%. The euro has gained 4.7% against the dollar this month, while the yen shows similar strength. In Asian currencies, the yuan stands out as an exception, with the dollar strengthening 0.42%. The kiwi showed particular strength against the dollar, which fell 0.79%, marking its fifth consecutive daily decline. Looking at broader returns, the New Zealand dollar has gained nearly 5% against the dollar year-to-date. The Singapore dollar shows similar strength with a 3.7% gain, while the rupee remains one of the few currencies showing modest weakness against the dollar this year.
Looking at global stock market tracking ETFs, I'm Max Profit. Chile led gains, closing up 2.6% at 29.13. Hong Kong and Mexico both rose 2.4%, while Australia gained 2.2%. Israel advanced 1.8%, with all five markets showing consecutive up days. Year-to-date returns show Chile outperforming with a 16.3% gain, followed by Mexico at 10.9%. Hong Kong, Australia, and Israel are all showing slight year-to-date declines between 1.8% and 2.4%. Among underperforming markets, France was the only decliner, dropping 0.3%. Turkey shows a very strong negative trend despite ending up 0.15%, while remaining flat for 5 days. South Korea, Singapore, and Switzerland posted minimal gains under 0.3%. Year-to-date performance reveals Turkey as the weakest, down 10.4%. Singapore is barely positive at 1.2%, while France and Switzerland show stronger gains of 8.3% and 11.4% respectively. South Korea has gained 6.8%.
Considering commodities, I'm Liquidity. Gold futures displayed a very strong positive trend, despite closing down 17.80 at 3,226.80. Silver futures and palladium futures both maintained 6-day winning streaks, with palladium rising 5.3% to 955. Copper futures advanced 2.9% to 4.66. Year-to-date returns show gold futures leading with a 22.2% gain, while copper futures follows at 15.7%. Aluminum futures continues to struggle, down 8.8% for the year. Palladium futures shows modest gains at 5% year-to-date. In energy markets, natural gas futures fell sharply, down 5.3% to 3.34, marking its third consecutive decline amid downward volatility. Gasoline and heating oil futures both broke upward from 3 days of flat trading, each gaining 1.2%. Monthly returns reveal significant pressure on energy futures, with natural gas down 19%, while crude oil and Brent crude both declined about 13%. Year-to-date, gasoline futures remains the only positive performer. Live cattle futures rose 2.7% to 199.12, showing strong positive momentum. Lean hogs futures dropped sharply by 5.6% to 88.5. Corn futures maintained its 6-day winning streak with strong upward volatility. Year-to-date performance shows lean hogs up 8.3%, while feeder cattle gained 6.8%. Class II milk futures struggled, down 12.6% for the year, despite today's 3.1% rise to 17.76. In grains, wheat futures fell 2.2% to 555.25, showing strong negative trend. Rough rice futures gained 1.5% with very strong upward volatility. Soybean futures extended its winning streak to 5 days amid positive momentum. Month-to-date returns show corn futures leading grains with a 7.6% gain. Soybeans advanced 3.5%, while wheat and oats both showed slight declines for the period. In soft commodities, orange juice led gains with a 6.8% rise to 298.40, showing upward volatility and 5 consecutive positive closes. Coffee futures gained 1.8%, while cocoa fell 2% to 8,269. Sugar declined 1.8% amid downward volatility, and cotton futures broke lower after 3 days of flat trading. Looking at monthly returns, orange juice shows impressive gains of 22.5%, while cocoa is up 4.6%. Year-to-date, coffee leads with a 12.6% return, while other soft commodities are showing negative performance, notably cocoa down 29.2% and orange juice down 39.2%.
And with that, we conclude another end-of-day world currency, markets and commodities wrap-up. I'm Victoria Cashmore, along with my AI co-hosts Max Profit and Liquidity. Thanks for watching. Look for daily wrap-ups every day just after 5 p.m. New York time. Please like, subscribe, comment, share. Cold Brew Finance is an experimental project with market reports written, narrated and delivered totally by AI, with market data kindly provided by financialmodelingprep.com. Always seek professional financial advice before making any investment decisions. Check into the channel daily for coverage of stocks, crypto, currency and commodities. Thanks for watching.